Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's a pretty laid back video. I'm just going to be topping up my tattoos and having a catch up with you guys. Obviously my bigger tattoos that I didn't do on myself, I don't need to top up, but just like my little stick and pokes, especially on my hands, they just fade out very quick. They're still visible obviously, but I just want to darken them up a little bit. So I've washed my hands, I've cleaned the area, I've got some alcohol swabs to clean the areas that I'm going to be tattooing, sterile tattoo needle, a little ink cap, and then my tattoo ink, which I always get asked which one I use. It's the Aqueous Dispersion Tattoo Ink in Jet Black. I've used 3 different inks and I just found this one's the darkest. Okay, so I had to go for plan B because it turned out my tattoo ink had dried up. I literally don't know how because it's been sealed up, but like I cut it open and everything, it's completely dried. So I'm instead using the Winsor & Newton Indian ink, which obviously isn't as good as tattoo ink, but it will still do the job and it's still safe to use for stick and pokes. I'm probably just gonna have to go over it a lot more. Okay, so I've just re-washed my hands, so I'm gonna get started on topping these up. First one I'm gonna do is just the little 4 on my thumb, because this one's faded out a lot. People are definitely gonna be moaning at me for not wearing gloves. Not that I could on this hand anyway, because it's the hand I'm tattooing. But because I'm tattooing myself and gloves are low-key kind of hard to get hold of, I'm just gonna keep the few pairs I have for when I'm piercing other people. So I asked you guys on Instagram if you had any questions you wanted to ask me. That way I can have a little catch up while I'm topping my tattoos up. So the first question is, how is school going? I actually finally finished my GCSEs up literally a few weeks ago. Some of you might be thinking it's quite a weird time for me to have finished them, but I finished a few weeks earlier than most people I know because I'm doing online school, or I have been for the last year. So because of that, my deadline to get stuff done was in April. And then where COVID had fucked the exams up, it was just teacher assessed grades, so it was just off of the work I'd already done. So pretty much just assignments I'd been doing. It was pretty fucking stressful getting it all done, I'm not gonna lie. But they are all finished. I had one kind of additional assessment / exam, which was about 3-4 weeks ago. But yeah, thankfully I'm finished with school now, up until I get my results in August. I just want to send all of my fucking love to anyone who's doing their GCSEs right now. The stress of exams and the end of school is bad enough as it is, but COVID really just puts the cherry on the cake. So to anyone doing their exams right now, I'm sending you so much fucking love. You got this shit. Okay, so that has darkened that up a little bit. To be fair, with Indian ink, it's not gonna get much darker, so I'm just gonna move on to doing the little cross and the little equality sign on my hand. They'll both be pretty quick, I think, because they're tiny. So the next question is, any tips on coming out? Now, I was thinking to do a whole video on this at some point, just of me talking about how I came out and some tips on coming out. But to answer this question in short, tell the person you want to come out to that one of your friends has come out as gay or transgender or non-binary, whatever you're wanting to come out as. Just see how they react, see how they take it. It just kind of tests whether they're going to be okay with it and whether they're supportive of the community overall. Obviously, I'm super aware some people's parents will be alright with a friend being gay, but not their own kid, which is ridiculous. There's no logic in that at all. But if you need a way to just overall check whether they're going to be supportive or to get an idea, then I do definitely think that's a good way of checking. Overall though, just coming out in general, take your time, don't do it until you're ready, there's no pressure. When you do feel ready to come out to people that you know are going to be supportive first off. If that isn't someone in person for you, then maybe someone online, because the community online is more good than bad nowadays. And especially on platforms like TikTok, there's a whole gay side of TikTok that will support you. But yeah, just take your time with it. Someone asked, do I want to move out from my town in the future? So I like the town I live in, to be fair. I'm not in any major rush to move from here. I think when I move out the first time, I'll probably stay around this area unless something draws me out of the town I currently live in or I see an opportunity somewhere else. But overall, I'm not in any major rush. I've always said I wanted to live in Brighton someday, and I probably would like to move out to some other places as well, more for the experience than anything. How to keep your room clean and stay on top of chores. I'm not amazing at this, to be fair, and everyone has their down days with it. I don't think you can ever expect yourself to fully stay on top of chores and always keep a clean, tidy room, but I find having to do this really fucking helpful. Just physically being able to tick stuff off once I've done it makes it a lot less cluttery in my brain. So writing stuff down that you need to do, but also I like to set myself one day of the week that I get all of my tasks and chores done. So I clean and tidy my room every Sunday, so that when I wake up Monday morning, I've got a fresh, tidy room for the new week. And it just motivates me in general. But honestly, don't feel bad for having a messy room and not being able to clean all the time. It's tricky to find motivation in general, and at the moment, I think a lot of people are struggling with it. You'll always feel better for having a clean, tidy space, so whenever you feel able to do it, even if it's just picking some washing up off the floor or changing your sheets, even if you just do like one little thing every day to clean your space, you should be proud of that. That is still an achievement. What do you want to study in uni? I personally don't have any plans of going to university. Obviously that could change in the future, but at the moment I don't have any intention of going to uni. However, I will be going to college at the end of the year and I'm studying music there. Do you want to become a piercer? I would still look into doing a job like that. I think piercing and tattooing is such a cool industry. It's always filled with cool people and it's still a creative job, which I really love, but I wouldn't say it's my goal anymore to become a piercer. Unless the opportunity arises at a good time or I re-spark a motivation for it, then there's a good chance I might end up doing something different. But I still love piercings and tattoos. I think that's such a cool way of self-expression and I still often pierce friends and stuff. So, are you vegetarian? I was last year, literally up until August. So I did 8 or 9 months straight of being vegetarian, but for personal reasons I ended up going back onto meat for a little while and I'm now in the process of cutting it out of my diet completely again, which shouldn't be too much of a hard job because I do have a lot of vegan meals and majority of the food I eat is vegan or vegetarian as well. And I'm also lactose intolerant, so I can't have dairy. So if I cut meat out of my diet, I am pretty much vegan. My friend asked when I'm getting a tattoo of a penis. I don't have any plans of it, funny enough. And the fact that I'm a lesbian makes it even less likely to happen. But I mean, if you design me a good one, you never know. Do you plan on making any more songs anytime soon? I'm in the process of recording a new song, so absolutely. And I've been songwriting again recently. I've got a couple of new tracks. So short answer, yes, definitely. And you guys will be hearing some new stuff soon. Now just gonna be topping up the little heart on my finger. This is still one of my favourite tattoos actually of mine. Which of your stick and pokes is your favourite? Ooh, probably the little heart on my finger, to be fair. I just really like that one. Okay, that's my finger ones all topped up. So I'm just gonna do the one on my ankle. Would you ever consider making different genres of music or learning different instruments? 100%, I definitely plan on doing that. Oh shit, I've just remembered how much it hurts to tattoo your foot. This is gonna be fun. But yeah, I definitely don't plan on sticking to one genre of music. I want to explore all sorts and I'm definitely gonna get the chance to do that at college, which is really cool. I definitely want to write different genres of music and explore that within my songs. And in terms of learning different instruments, I'm planning on hopefully learning the drums at college. I also want to take guitar up more again, possibly learn some more piano because I haven't really played that in like a couple of years. But yeah, to answer your question, I definitely do plan on exploring more. Something you hope to do one day. I think music's on the top of my mind right now because of what I've just been speaking about. I have so many things I want to do, but the first one that came to mind was just going on a tour. I have very low hope that I'll ever be able to do my own tour, but even just like supporting on a tour would be amazing. Like just getting to support a tour around the UK, visit some different towns and venues, meet a bunch of people. I'd just love to have had that experience, so hopefully one day I can make that a reality. I didn't think this through. I literally can't multitask to save my life and I'm trying to answer questions and focus on tattooing. What made you want to start YouTube? I mean, I made my first channel when I was about 8. I just really loved the idea that you could put up videos of whatever you wanted, be as creative with them as you wanted to, and find an audience of people that support and like the same stuff. There's just something really cool about it as a creative person. I also think the fact that I was very bullied at school around the time I started it, and I didn't have many friends. Most of my best friends around that time came from YouTube and came from online, and I just found it so interesting to find people who were interested in the same kind of thing I was, which at the time was like toys and blind bags. But just to find like-minded people who were actually nice to me felt like the best thing ever. And it's actually really funny because one of the people I was best friends with then, like 8 fucking years ago, I'm still really good friends with now. But yeah, overall I think I just loved the aspect of how creative it could be and the fact that it meant you could find your crowd on there. Were you nervous for your first stick and poke? I was absolutely terrified. I was so excited by the concept of it and the fact you could do your own tattoo, but I was so scared I was going to regret it or I was going to make the design wonky by accident. I was absolutely terrified of getting an infection to the point that if you watch back the video now, makes me cringe so much. You can just tell how scared I was of getting it infected. I went to every single safety precaution I possibly could to try and prevent it, but yeah, I don't get nervous to do it anymore. They're easy to look after. How do you care for your stick and pokes? Literally just treat them how you're meant to treat any tattoo. Gentle soap and water to wash them morning and night, and then just cream like Savlon. That's literally it. Just keep them cleaned and moisturised, and don't pick the scabbing off when it comes up. Does it hurt when you get your septum pierced? I didn't find it too bad. I'd say it was probably about maybe a 4 out of 10. It's just kind of a sharp pain. It's not very comfortable because of where it is. But as with any piercing, it's over really quick and then you've got it. So just make sure you go to a good piercer. Make sure they get it in the sweet spot and you'll be all good. Well, that is pretty much all of the questions I have to answer and all of my tattoos topped up. So I think I'm going to end the video here. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy, hit the thumbs up button. I feel like this video is probably going to be pretty short because majority of that footage was just me concentrating. But since I'm now finished with school, I have time to start filming again. So please take a second to let me know down below what you would like to see so that I can start getting a little list of ideas going and get some more content up for you guys. But yeah, thank you guys for watching and I will see you all next time. Goodbye!